Our other top story tonight, the community of Salem reeling today after the loss of a star athlete. Roxanne Seabest has that story.
17-year-old Dustin Huffman's life was cut tragically short Tuesday afternoon. While on a break from his job with a tree-cutting service, he lost his footing and fell off an 80-foot cliff at Beaver Creek State Park.
Words just don't say enough about what happened.
News of the fatal fall quickly spread through Dustin's hometown, where the state championship track star was known as a caring person, willing to do anything for anybody.
Dustin was just a great young man. You watch your kids at school, and you know they develop, and you can see his leadership skills developing, his role in his class.
After hearing about Dustin's death, about 100 of his friends gathered at his home to hold a candlelight vigil. Less than 24 hours later, they plan on bringing their thoughts and prayers here to Dustin's second home, the track at Riley Field.
And his dad said it was so heartwarming and really an enlightenment for him, and it was just a wonderful thing, and he's very grateful that the kids were here.
Dustin's family says he was the type of kid who rescued stray animals and nursed them back to health, and the type of teen who worked hard for everything he had in life, but never forgot to share all he gained with others. Now they hope his giving spirit lives on.
He was just well loved and liked by everyone, whether it was adults or the kids he went to school with, and of course loved by family more than anything.
In Salem, Roxanne Seabest, 27 First News.
Now, calling hours for Dustin will be held tomorrow from 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 at Salem United Methodist Church. The funeral will be Saturday at 10 a.m. Also, a scholarship fund is being set up in Dustin's honor. If you'd like to donate, you can send your donation to Salem High School. The school is also open to students for grief counseling for the next 2 days.
All right, good evening once again, and thanks for joining us. We're leading off this half hour with a different story. Family and friends don't plan to forget Dustin Huffman. The Salem student who was going to be a senior this fall died yesterday in a tragic fall at Beaver Creek State Park. Tonight, he was remembered with a special event. Jason Winkler was there and has more.
Well, that's right, Dave. Dustin Hoffman's friends and family could think of no better place to honor him than Riley Stadium, where he ran track as a student at Salem. Hundreds turned out tonight for a memorial. 17-year-old Dustin Huffman's life was tragically cut short on Tuesday after a fall in Beaver Creek State Park. Just a day later, friends and family gathered at Salem's Riley Stadium to share memories about their loved one.
Tears are for a reason. Tears are for whenever we have no words that we can say.
The memorial began with a walk around the track. Dustin had just won a state championship this spring in track in the 4x200 meter relay.
He had his goal, and he promised me back in my sophomore year that he was going to state and he was winning, and he did.
Brian Murphy was one of Dustin's close friends. They've known each other since 5th grade.
We always hung out every day, no matter what we were doing. It was being bad or just having fun or just being kids, whatever. We did everything together.
Parked at the center of the stadium was Dustin's pride and joy, his Ford Ranger pickup truck with a pair of track spikes placed on its hood.
We went off-roading all the time, and he just had made stupid names for it. We called it the Danger Ranger. We got stuck in a lake. We went off-roading at John Walt's house, and I ran it into a ditch, and we just had so much fun.
Those close to him will no doubt never forget the tragic end to Dustin's life, but the memories of how he lived is what will get them through this.
That fun, crazy kid, this crazy smile, just always loving life and doing whatever he wanted. It didn't matter. He loved life, and I just remember hanging out with him and having a blast.
Well, Dustin will be my best friend forever, no matter what.
Now, calling hours for Dustin will be held tomorrow. That's from 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 at the Salem United Methodist Church. The funeral will take place on Saturday, July 4th at 10 a.m. Dave?
Hey, Jason, thanks very much for that.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this 4th of July. I'm Mandy Hackman. First at 6, friends and family members say their final goodbyes to 17-year-old Dustin Huffman today. He was the Salem student who died in a tragic accident at Beaver Creek State Park earlier this week. Jason Winkler has our story.
It was a unique funeral procession for a very special individual.
Well, I thought he was the absolute best kid. He was my son.
Dustin Huffman was taken to his final resting place, the Grandview Cemetery in Salem, by pickup truck.
His dream truck was a Dodge Cummins with the big stacks and the diesel.
So someone arranged for his final trip to be in that dream truck.
Remember the good times that we had.
The cemetery service kicked off with a song from Cheyenne West, a country music singer who was in Beaver Creek State Park when Dustin's accident happened. The service ended with fireworks, appropriate for both Dustin's personality as well as the day his funeral took place. Dustin's mother says she hopes people take to heart some of the values in one of her son's favorite movies.
Dustin loved the movie Pay It Forward. He loved the principle behind it, and he lived it. He was always helping people, never expecting anything in return.
A phone call from someone that the family didn't even know was just one of countless stories that shows Dustin certainly did pay it forward.
She got stuck in the snow. Dustin came up in his little red truck with a friend, and they tried to get her out. They couldn't do it, so they came home and got a chain, went back, got her out of the snow, but they wouldn't take a dime for it. All he wanted was a handshake.
In Salem, Jason Winkler, 27 First News.
Dustin would have turned 18 August 21st. Right now, the family is putting together a special concert featuring Cheyenne West on his birthday. All the proceeds will go to the Dustin Huffman Memorial Scholarship. Dustin Huffman would have turned 18 tonight. He's the Salem teenager who died in a tragic fall in Beaver Creek State Park earlier this summer.
Now, his family and friends turned out to honor Dustin tonight with a concert at the Columbiana County Fairgrounds. Jason Winkler has our story.
I think this probably could have been one of the biggest birthday parties could have asked for. I don't know, I think he'd been pretty excited about it.
And that's how friends and family of Dustin Huffman described this night at the Columbiana County Fairgrounds, a birthday party that Dustin, unfortunately, could attend. An accident claimed the life of the Salem teen on June 30th. His friends have so many strong memories of Dustin.
Shop class, machine shop. We had shop together. He'd be on one side. I'd yell Big Ears as a nickname. He'd peek out behind a machine, go, "Hey, Red," and that's one thing I'm gonna miss.
He was a real good teammate. He loved everyone and helped everyone out. So,
Country singer Cheyenne West was the lead act at the concert.
I love Beaver Creek Park. Now it has a whole new meaning to me, you know. Dustin was just an amazing kid.
The money raised will go to the Dustin Huffman Scholarship Fund.
Our first thoughts were to do it about his athletic ability. But then we started getting all these letters and phone calls and people telling us how he touched their lives, and we decided the scholarship should be based on character and helping people.
Dustin's friends have helped his family get through the tragedy, still spending time at the Huffman house.
Oh yeah, Dave is like a second father to me, and so is Michelle. They're always great people, and they're always there for you. No matter how much trouble you got in, you're still allowed in the door. It doesn't matter. He'll just be my brother for life. That's about it.
In Lisbon, Jason Winkler, 27 First News.